I just want to let you know I made it through round 2 and I'm off to round 3, but there's many more rounds and competitions to go through. So please, thank you so very much for your support. I couldn't have gotten this far without your votes and your donations to the Starlight Children's Foundation. Please continue to keep the votes coming and to donate for a wonderful charity. I will not be able to get to the end of this competition without your support. I do hope to get to the end of the Face of Halloween, not only for donating $13,000 to the Starlight Children's Foundation, but also in appreciation of meeting Jamie Lee Curtis, Kane Hodder, and Matthew Lillard. Horror movies would not be the same without music. As we all know, the music is what causes the eeriness and the suspense and putting you at the edge of your seat. From Harry Manfredini from Friday the 13th to Charles Bernstein and Nightmare on Elm Street to Charlie Clouser with the Saw score to Danny Elfman with Beetlejuice. There are so many amazing composers out there. There was one movie that I really enjoyed, which was called Prom Night in 1980. The music was composed by Michael Zager and Michael Zager, and I saw it opening weekend in 1980 when I was a freshman in high school and wanted to play the theme Prom Night at my prom in high school. Unfortunately, the soundtrack was never released or officially released. I searched and searched by going to Tower Records and looking at the audio file logs just to see if it was going to come out, and nothing. And 2 decades later, I was at a used record store in San Francisco and I found this vinyl pressing of Prom Night. I was absolutely thrilled thinking this was the official release, only to find out from Paul and Carl that this was a bootleg. This was released in Japan in 1981 on vinyl and contained songs by Blue Bazaar, which were not even in the movie, so I'm not sure how they got away with that. So I worked with a record company to see if I can get Prom Night released. So in 2018, I had a call with Carl and Paul, which was amazing, by the way, and proposed the idea of releasing the soundtrack working with a record company down in Southern California. And the agreement would be if I were to put money up for the composers, we'd move forward with this project. And I wouldn't let that stand in my way because this was my dream, almost 40 years to get this released. So I put money up front and we moved forward with the contract. I spent hours diligently over the weekend watching the movie Prom Night to put every single song in sequential order that I received from Paul, all of the instrumental tracks and the vocal tracks, to make sure that the actual album reflected all the music in chronological order the way that it appeared in the movie. The soundtrack consisted of 22 instrumentals and 12 vocals, 6 of which were not featured in the movie. The music was just absolutely amazing, as I indicated. It's disco. Again, if you flash back to Friday the 13th, you have the Michael Zager, which was a disco-esque as well. So after all this hard work, in May of 2019, the soundtrack came out. And this was my dedication to all the fans who have been looking for this soundtrack. And also, so I'd be able to own a piece of history and also to make my dream come true after 40 years. One thing that I've wanted to do is meet Jamie Lee Curtis and ask the owner of the record company if that would be something possible, and they said it would not. So being able to win this competition and being the face of Halloween, I will have the opportunity of meeting Jamie Lee Curtis after all this time to complete the dream that I've had for all of these years. So please, anything that you would continue doing, please do so. Please submit your votes, donate to the Starlight Children's Foundation. The only way I can get to the end is by popular votes, and I'm please asking to help me out so I can get to the end to donate the $13,000 to the Starlight Children's Foundation in appreciation of meeting Jamie Lee Curtis, Kane Hodder, and Matthew Lillard. From the bottom of my heart, thank you everyone for supporting in me and for believing in me, and thank you so very much.